Hi, I'm John DeVore. Welcome to the channel. Today I want to present a short film that I had the honor of being involved in. The film was posted on the Stereophile YouTube channel about a week ago, so many of you have possibly already seen the movie. I wanted to share it also on my channel just because I wanted to get as many views as it can, because the film is really remarkable and it's about two really remarkable guys, Bob Lichtenberg and Art Dudley. The filmmaker is Christopher Bell. There is a wonderful introduction to it written for Stereophile by Jason Victor Serinus, which I will put a link to below. And without any further rambling on my part, I would like to present Christopher Bell's short film, Listening. Thanks. People want the world to be simple, known, and predictable. Newtonian physics, Old Testament. They want to believe it's this way so they can wrap their heads around it, but it's not this way. It's special relativity and quantum entanglement. It's weird, counterintuitive, and even contradictory. We imagine our senses in a similar way, simplistically, like a water mill. A running stream turns the water wheel, which turns the grindstone to mill the wheat. Sound waves enter our ear canal, strike our eardrum, and the vibrations are interpreted as sound by our brain. But there is another way.
My name is Bob Lichtenberg. I'm deaf, and I enjoy music. I became deaf when I was 5. It was really gradual. By the time I was 8, I wasn't able to really hear people talking anymore. I think I do remember becoming deaf. So when a bird was singing, and my friend had told me, "Can you hear that?" I said, "Just barely." And that was really the last time I remember hearing music.
A deaf person shouldn't be able to hear music, but they can. Sound is vibrational information, and the body has ways of sensing this information other than the ears. Hands are particularly adept at this, and it's been found that the brain can rewire its auditory cortex to receive input from the mechanoreceptors in the fingertips instead of the auditory nerve coming from the ear. Bob uses a mylar balloon to gather the musical vibrations in the air of the room and focus them at his fingertips, like what our eardrum does for our inner ear.
Well, many deaf people use the balloon. What I discovered was that mylar and helium was a better kind of balloon than latex and oxygen. You're just a lot more sensitive to vibrations. I've always been listening to music with a speaker, a little small speaker, but I was always holding it on my ears. And then I realized later on it was similar to feeling of a balloon. But over the years it just became a point where my brain was, actually hear something really close, but it wasn't close enough, but loud enough, and I'd be feeling it. My brain was just picking it up as if I was actually hearing it really close to me. And so I've adapted to the point where if I don't use the balloon, I can't hear anything. But if I pick up the balloon, music's very clear to me. So my hands are basically mapping to my brain what the ears do. I've done some studies on other deaf people in Europe who were born deaf, who listen with music with the balloon. They find out their auditory cortex is still functional. They're basically hearing. It's just a different pathway, same mechanics.
Bob claims his method of listening is limited, and that his balloon doesn't pass on as much detail as a listener might receive through their ears. That may be true, but he is so focused when he listens that he can tell which cable has been swapped in a stereo system by listening alone far more reliably than most audiophiles.
There's a lot of guesswork involved in listening with the balloon, because there's a lot of detail that I'm not able to hear, and so I'm trying to figure out in my mind, what are they playing to? With the dead, I know Jerry's gonna go this way, and then Bob's gonna kind of pick up and play along with him. Then do you want to go this way? If I'm listening to particular people playing, because it's really an emotional thing for me. I remember the first time a friend of mine played the guitar with headphones, and I was going, "Wow, hearing people hear this." It's amazing to me how beautiful it was.
In the vast, nebulous darkness that was 2020, there is a specific moment that stands out for many in the audio community as a pinpoint of sorrow, and that is the death of writer, reviewer, and musician Art Dudley on April 14th. A few of us in the hi-fi industry who knew Art did what we could to assist his family by facilitating the sale of some of his equipment and records. Among the most recognizable items from this collection would have to be Art's Altec Lansing flamenco speakers, which made many appearances in his writings over the years. He described them as having a neo-Moorish grille so elaborately styled it would not look out of place in the drawing room of a Victorian hookah merchant. But he also said that they were reliably skilled at turning groove bumps into goosebumps. Bob, like so many of us, was a great fan of Art Dudley, of his reviews and his column called Listening. Bob now owns Art's speakers and listens to them every day in his unique way, with an attentiveness and a connection that very few of us attain. I'm sure Art would approve. And I'm sure he would appreciate the ironic, iconoclastic beauty of this unlikely connection he shares with an audiophile who is deaf.
One thing that attracted me to Art Dudley, he wrote as if music was fun. Just a different kind of writer. He made music human. So for me, those speakers and the fun part of music, that's the one part of the musical spectrum, is to have fun. You can't be serious all the time, listen to just the sound. You have to listen to the totality. I think Art would have appreciated the fact that I enjoy music because it speaks at a human level. And, one of the things about Art's writing is he brought music to people, and the equipment was a side story. And so for me, that is the way I relate to him. His musical tastes, even having the Altecs, just brought me closer to his writing.
English composer Edward Elgar said that there is music in the air, music all around us. The world is full of it, and you simply take as much as you require. In a way, it's a bit like the Force in Star Wars. Music flows out and fills all the space. It's there if you're aware of it. Bob is just letting it in a different way from the way I like.
Music is so universal. Something the sound of God talking. Really, really good music gets you to that point where you leave your body. Understanding music, you have to understand the artist. What are they trying to do? John Coltrane was trying to do something other people weren't doing. I listened to what John was trying to say. In the album liner notes, he said something, this is the music deaf people should hear. I thought, oh wow, how true. That man was, just giving the world his heart. He was just like, right. It's life. Music is life.